Because it's gonna, the more and more you use it, the more and more we're gonna have to know what I'm doing. It's called conjure, not summon. I know that much now.
It's conjure animals.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the quick ruling. Because the spell says that they count as Fey, they're friendly to you and all helpful creatures, but you, meaning Mahogany, in the universe, don't necessarily know everything they can do. Because what you're summoning, you're trying to conjure animals. On the material plane, you would always get animals. In Planescape, you can only summon things that are native to the plane you're on, or to one of the adjacent planes. So you've been summoning things from the mountain, from Bitopia, from Arcadia, and from the Outlands. And because
does that also change it that they're not beasts? That's my other question.
No, conjure animals, they count as Fey. Says in the spell. So you're summoning Fey creatures. They're like little spiritual versions of beasts that naturally appear on those four planes.
They're Fey spirits that get forced into beast bodies. If I do some research,
man, and I'm like, what are the beasts that are on this plane?
Right.
I should be able to find something out, whatever they're trying to be like.
But this adventure is really the first time that Mahogany has interacted with beasts from other planes outside of the Beastlands.
No, I agree. I'm talking about the future. This time, that makes perfect sense.
Beautiful.
In the future, I just want to know what I should be looking into.
Sure. We can roll that into your expenses for pre-travel planning like we've been doing.
Yeah.
So, you cast the spell, and now the snake arms that have you surrounded are now themselves surrounded by swarms of silvery glowing butterflies.
The nice thing is that I need to know what they can do in order to do this, which is I'm just going to point at those guys and go, harass them!
So your instruction is harass them?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you moving with your turn, or are you staying put?
I'm staying put, because they didn't use any flex actions yet.
Okay. It's going to be Riot's turn.
And I'm
Right.
HP.
Riot's already got her instructions for this round. So
But you
shouldn't
didn't. You did not poke your head up for Osos. Is that correct?
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I'm not a cipher, so I can do this.
That's right. I thought maybe you
Riot
forgot.
I did. Riot stands on her tiptoes and sees she can see Osos.
And Osos gives you a bardic inspiration die.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with what that does. Do I need to explain?
Yeah. So she's going to move here and try to cast Produce Flame on this guy here.
Okay.
Let's see if the spell comes out. Oh, that's not even the dice I roll for that. I'm just going to call that my attack die.
Okay.
And the spell does come out.
Okay.
So that'll hit.
That's a hit
And
roll, not a
that's-
saving throw, right?
That's a hit. Roll.
Okay. And what AC did you hit?
So I'm calling this by mistaken. This is my hit dice.
Works for me.
That's a 2d8 now. Oh, wow, 2 1s. So that's 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage. Big rollers.
Right.
All right. Staying in that square?
Yeah.
My God, Nodal, that yellow is criminal.
The butterflies
Celestial
begin
butterflies.
harassing the hell out of these snake men as they all flutter about their heads and start giving off a more brilliant illuminated light.
Man, Elduff wishes he could do this shit.
Pass, and they both pass their saving throws. But now their squares are also occupied by swarms of butterflies. That was butterflies, question mark. The Naga in the middle of the room, you all hear it move as its body scrapes against the stone. And all that happens is the Naga, which has been coiled up into kind of a spire in the center of the room, descends to the ground in a pile. So you've got this big pile of Naga, and her head is hidden in the middle of it. And you begin to see the force field weaken. Kelian, you're up.
Gasp. Never known.
Okay,
Attack him.
that one.
Go ahead. I'm going to give him partial cover because of the butterflies.
Really?
Really?
They're butterflies, though.
They're friendlies. Do you want to kill your friendlies? It's
Alright.
It's only +2 AC.
I
Don't
told you
cry
I've seen
about
this spell and crawl.
And crawl.
I don't know. Kelian's got me bipolar rolls.
Oh,
so.
Hey.
Oh, it's about time.
Guess what? Stuff that your butterflies are next to you can use sneak attack dice.
That's right.
Sorry.
Well, just crit. So
That's a lot of dice. You might be
That
able
is a
to.
lot of ouch.
You might be able to drop this guy on this turn.
That is a lot of ouch.
that is 15 plus 1, 2, 3.
This is like a Zook roll here.
3, 4, 5. That wasn't a roll.
It was fine.
That's fine.
You don't want that roll, really?
6, 18, 21, 25, 26. That's, what did I say before? 9, 4. I gotta pull out the calculator.
The snake arm is spending so much time trying to swat these butterflies away from its eyes, he doesn't even notice the shot. And before he knows what hit him, he slumps to the ground dead at Mahogany's feet.
I want to add up the damage.
It's
40.
fine.
It's 40 damage.
40? Okay. He had way less than 40 hit points. Not way less. He had a little bit less. That was a good shot. Let's all give you a round of applause.
Yay.
Serenity, you're up.
That's out of sigh of
Nice.
relief as
Oh,
last
Kelian, are you
blast.
staying up on the block there, or are you jumping down?
No, he's jumping down.
Jumping down, okay.
So, use my last rage for the day. Which of the two was already injured?
Neither of these guys are injured.
Neither.
Oh, I thought one of them was. Okay.
One of them was, but you
go
had
for
killed
the
him
one-
by now. That was the one
Okay.
over here in the corner.
I'll go for the one in front of Ciclon. Reckless attack.
That's a
That
hit.
hits. It's +8. Or it's +6.
I think at least one of these had taken damage because it peeled itself off from this fight, where it had gotten hit by kind of cold. I don't think it's bloodied, but it took some damage.
Well, there were 3 here that got hit by Cone of Cold. One of them's dead. The other one's here. And the last one's still standing here.
Oh, that was this one. Okay, I thought it moved over here. See, no, yeah, this one it was one that ran from Ariella. This one hadn't taken any damage yet.
Oh,
This
my
is
notes.
the one that got hit.
My notes must be wrong then. Did you hit?
Well, if there's an injured one, that's what I'm hitting.
Okay, that's fine.
14 damage.
Yeah, let me go ahead and very quickly, because I think Nick might be right. I think maybe when I
kinda
deleted
feel like
all my
one of-
notes.
I think when you described the status was wounded.
Yeah.
Is the thing I'm remembering.
Okay, what I did is I just applied some Cone of Cold damage to him.
Okay. You still up?
Oh yeah.
How does a crit do him?
How does a crit do? He doesn't like it. I mean, if you asked his permission, he said no.
12.
Unfortunate.
Oh, that's 22 plus the static. That's 30 damage.
30, and what did the first hit do?
Oh, I forgot already. It was 6 on the die, and then I get up static +8, so 14.
All right.
44 altogether.
That
Going
man
for you, Kelian.
is definitely bloodied.
That's the end of Serenity's turn.
Okay, we're gonna call that the one in front of LC Clone just because he was closer to
Yep.
the Cone of Cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Serenity staying put. Snake arms now. This one here begins hissing frantically in his weird snake language at all of his brethren. Yeah, this one's gonna disengage. Where can he move to? He can't move through Mahogany. He can move right here. As these two link up, try to regroup over here. These guys would like to disengage, but they don't really have anywhere to run to. So, they're going to stay and fight. We'll do LC Clone first, because LC Clone's my favorite.
Yay. I'm glad I'm your favorite.
I got a 15 and a 14.
The 15 does, the 14 does not.
Those are with disadvantage from dodging?
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot you were dodging. Let's see if they actually hit. Yeah, it's still a 15 and a 14.
Okay, I'm going to... I still have my action. I'm not going to burn it. I'll eat the hit.
Eat the hit.
Yeah, I'll eat the hit.
77 slashing damage and
Owie.
115 poison.
Owie!
No, it's 4 piercing and 7 poison damage.
4 piercing and 7 poison, you said?
As one of his bites hits home. And they get advantage against Serenity, correct?
Yep.
I got a 19 and a crits.
Jeez.
It's the benefit of rolling a lot of dice.
Beads? Can I borrow my beads for a minute?
You can't burn your beads for Serenity, though.
I know.
Oh, but no, it's probably too late now.
I don't think you've got line of sight anyway.
Lower it enough.
Because you've got this pillar in the way.
Well, more importantly, Area didn't tell me to.
Oh. That's a good point. Alright, so Serenity.
Wow.
Here, first hit is going to be 7 piercing and 9 poison.
I'm at 1 hit point.
1 hit point. That's good because now you're not going to take any automatic death saves. You know what? The second hit's just going to put you at 0. Doesn't matter how much damage it does, but it's only the 1 hit, so it can't give you a death save. Drop the Barbarian twice in one fight. I think, guys, that's a new record.
Well, see, the thing is, I only gave her 7 hit points back to begin with, so...
It was effectively 14.
But the piercing and poison don't count as 2 hits. It's 2 different sources of damage from the same hit, so I can't apply any death saves.
Which also, the rounding is really good for me there, too.
Yeah.
So that's Snake Man. Those 2 guys disengaged. Those 2 attacked. That's it for Snake Man. Now it's Thule Party.
Fortunately, that was my only word, so I'm going to have to do something else.
To Riot, Mahogany, and Maddox, Ariella yells, "Form up on me!" And she runs in.
Ciclon shouts, "Serenity down!"
Ariella doesn't have anything to heal her with, even if she wanted to go all the way over there. She is out of all healing sources. We'll start with Ariella.
I'll do my reminder. You have a good berry, Ciclon.
Does that hit? That does hit. And I'll have her use her last smite since the big guy is down. So 4d8 damage. Alright. She can't reach your guys' level of damage. Not by a long shot. But that's not too shabby. 24 points. Let's see if Maddox can monk better than Ciclon can. First attack misses.
It's about the same level.
About the same level. Does he have Flurry of Blows left? Yeah, he's got plenty of Flurry of Blows.
Is his name Maddox or Maddox?
Maddocx. OCKS, not X.
Okay. That sounds good.
He does not have the best webpage in the universe. Both Flurry of Blows hit. For 13 damage to the one in front of him. I'm furiously pounding my calc.exe. So Ariella and Maddox have come over this way and tried to cut off these guys' retreat. Banyan. I do believe he's got line of sight from this position. He does. I didn't mean to tab that. My apologies. And those are some crappy rolls. Oh, he's got +9 to hit. Yeah, those both end up hitting. 13 damage as he puts 2 arrows in the one in front of Maddox. That's 3. Zilvir will hop up and over here, but not do anything. She has nothing useful to do. Kelian, do you already have a Bardic Inspiration die that you haven't used?
I do.
You do.
I do. Yeah.
Okay, then that's going to do it for the Thula party. El Ciclon.
Okay, yeah, good berry on Serenity.
Okay, that's 2 hit points.
And is that bonus action or is that going to be regular action?
That's a regular action. That's a use an item
then
interaction.
then that is going to that means I'm going to use key point to give myself a dodge.
To dodge. And staying put in that square?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, good berries aren't healing words. They're not good, but they'll keep Serenity alive at least.
Yeah.
Mahogany. It's your turn,
All
my
right,
friend.
Well, I'm going to send Butterfree, Venom, and Cocoon over here to go harass those 2 dudes.
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, they don't move until their turn. They don't move on your turn.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm just giving them commands. Got
Yeah.
it. And then I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I'm going to hope that these guys are speaking some flavor of snake.
Okay, go ahead and roll your fail chance.
Alright, it comes out.
I think that might be the first time I've ever seen Speak with Animals cast in the middle of a deadly combat. But okay. I won't second guess.
And I'm going to talk to the room in my best snake. And I'm going to say, I'm willing to convince them to let you go back to your homeland as long as you leave the artifact that they want.
Okay. Now, the sound that comes out of your mouth as you begin speaking in parcel tongue does not match the language they're speaking, but they understand it. Does that make sense? You can't understand what they're saying, but they can understand what you're saying. You're speaking a different dialect of snake, apparently.
I'm speaking what the giant snakes earlier would have stood, and
Right.
I be able to understand them, but...
But they speak both Yanti and snake.
Great.
So you tell them you're willing to let them go if they cease their attack. Did I understand that correctly?
I'm willing to help them back to their plane as long as they leave the artifact that these others want, because that's the only thing that'll make them stop attacking.
Okay. But before you gave that command, you told the butterflies to totally go harass them.
Yeah, harass them.
Moving or staying put?
I'm staying put.
It's going to bring us to Ms. Riot.
All right. So I was told to form up on Ariella, and then I say, "What do you want me to do?"
And you see that she and Maddox are both girded to attack these guys. And she just instructs you to bring them all down. She has a lot of vigor in her voice and her movements now. Like she has this riding this combat high. We have the advantage. Let's press it.
Let's
for
see.
the Alcaban.
It does second level Thunder Wave.
Nice. Is that a dex save or a wisdom save?
Con save.
Con save. Great, that's the one I didn't have memorized yet.
Yeah.
Does an 18? An 18 will pass.
18 passes.
Does a 4 pass?
No, it does not pass.
So 1 passed and 1 failed. They're both about equally injured.
I'm going to roll my 3d8s here.
Not bad.
That's 14, 22.
22.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
And which one failed?
I'll let you pick.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say the one that's closest to me gets pushed back 10 feet. So this one took the full brunt. This one took half.
Okay, so you push back the one that's in front of you. Butterflies.
didn't point at those. I pointed at these over here.
Oh, you want them all to go over here. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you then.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
It's fine. The butterflies didn't misunderstand.
All right. Pass. Pass. Fail. Fail. Okay. So one guy passed twice and one guy failed twice. Mahogany, I'll let you pick which one failed. Serenity, the snake-armed man in front of you suddenly begins flailing wildly as the blinding light from these butterfly wings takes effect and he can no longer see. He is blinded.
Okay.
The one in front of Ciclon is still fine. At this point, Riot and Mahogany, you guys feel it most intensely. Standing next to the heat of this force field, you suddenly feel it blow outward in a shockwave. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws. Just the two of you.
Okay.
Riot. Me and Riot?
You and, yeah, Mahogany and Riot, standing right next to the force field there.
Oh, good.
No, I failed.
You failed.
Proficient dex save.
Mahogany, you are knocked prone.
Okay, I have a bardic inspiration too. Is that a D8?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, no, for
Yeah.
him, I don't know.
Osos's bardic inspiration is the same as you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well that's 6. I made 11.
11. Okay, you're up.
Okay.
DC was only 10. Mahogany, I don't know if I mentioned that. I thought I did.
I rolled a 3. So
You rolled a
I got
3.
six.
Known for their dexterity.
Well,
Yeah, I was 4 under that.
Russian bears can
Circus
dance
bears.
on bars or balls and stuff. So yeah, Mahogany, you're knocked prone. The Naga in the middle of the room, as soon as the force field is down, instantly lashes out with furious speed at the snake arm in front of Ciclon. Let me get her attack roll up here. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
But she's
Oh, god
going
damn it.
at the-
I was going to throw fire elementals at you guys in this dungeon, and I forgot. Aww. Is it too late? Can I do it now?
I tell you what, Brick, 4 more levels and I'll do it.
Okay. Okay. I got to do a lot of calculations on my end.
Your quackulations.
Quackulations, yes.
Coagulations.
So this not... He does not get advantage on this roll. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. D8s. 9, 10. There we go.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like what?
How many dice that sounded like?
There was 10 dice.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
All right. Ciclon and Serenity. This Naga, previously behind this force field, as soon as the force field drops, snaps out of her coil and bites this one hard. And up to this point, you've recognized, because Mahogany tried it last session, that these things, because they're snakes, are resistant to poison. But this Naga's poison racks through this thing's body. It winces in pain, drops to his feet, and you see him clawing at the wound that's blackening in his shoulder with shock and horror as the Naga reaches back into the center of the room. Let's just go ahead and...
Ciclon's eyes go wide.
Love that we can just hear the word.
Okay. And the Naga looks as
Well
though
done.
she's poised to strike again. That's going to bring us to Kelian. You're up.
Alright.
Kelian jumps over the wall and he said, "What the?"
That's my regular move.
Yep.
Describe the railings here to me again. Do they provide part cover, full cover from behind, or what's the deal?
If you're on the bottom floor, they won't provide any cover because you can shoot straight over them. About 10 feet beyond the stairs up here, though, is a force field that has not been dropped.
Well, I'm not going to run into the force field. That would be bad.
Yeah,
okay.
Dumb. Whoever did that would be stupid.
1, 2. Cunning action. Move again. 5, 6. And I'm going. These both look bloodied, right?
The one on the left.
Actually, everybody's bloodied at this point.
Okay.
All of the snake arms are bloody now.
Nodal named them all.
The one in front of Ciclon is more severely injured. The one in front of Serenity is blind.
Do I get advantage on the blind one?
You do indeed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame you for taking that shot, man.
I'm giving him partial cover from the butterflies, but I think your advantage will more than wash out
Well,
what little cover it has.
we shall see.
Can you roll really good and bring him down with this hit? Can you do it? Can you be the man?
Yeah. 21.
That hits.
Right? Yeah, 21. For... whoops. Well, 7
No,
for...
you don't get to roll d20.
7 plus...
Not yet.
7 plus 11 plus...
Not
18,
bad.
24 damage.
24 damage?
Yeah.
That is not bad. Now he looks about equally wounded as the one that the Naga just bit.
Got it.
They're both looking pretty bad. Pretty bad. Are you moving or staying in that spot?
I'm out of movement.
You're out of movement.
Yeah. 'Cause to get there, I had to move and then come action.
Serenity, you're up. Both of these men have partial cover, but you have advantage on the one that's blinded.
I'm gonna reckless attack the in front of Ciclon first.
Okay. That'll hit.
Yeah, that should hit. For 15 damage.
He's still up, but only barely.
Second attack. Well, the 11 will probably hit. That comes out to over 20.
Yep. You're good.
24, I think. 14 damage.
And you put an end to him.
It's Serenity's turn. Now I have to hope the blind one can't hit me.
And he is relieved that he no longer has to swat away glowing butterflies. So, Serenity staying put. That brings us to Snake Arms. This one's going to take some swings at Ariella. Miss and miss.
Oh, phew.
This one continues to move back against this wall, and you see the horror on his face. And he drops to his knees and begins... Nobody can understand what he's saying, but he begins pleading for his life. And he's speaking to the Naga. This last one... He rolls at advantage because you reckless attacked, but at disadvantage because he's blinded. That is a 13 hit.
Miss.
13 misses, and a 1 very obviously misses. Brings us back around to the Thula party. Let me just make some quick attacks on this guy. I just rolled 2 20s in a row.
Wow.
Why couldn't I do that while I was playing a character? I have no idea. So Ariella's going to get 4d8 damage on that. See if I can roll 2 more 20s for Maddox. 1 and a 7. Oh, I guess the 1 missed, so he doesn't get the 7 anyway. So let's flurry of blows. There we go. That's a little better.
Take the good, you take the bad. Something, something.
The facts of life.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Does he have partial cover from Ariella? 2 hits. Nice damage roll. And finally, at long last, Banyan cuts this one down. That just leaves the one over here that you guys are mopping up and the one over here pleading for its life. When we come back to Elsie Clone's turn.
Alright, I'm going to maneuver myself. I am right there, never leaving this guy's threat range.
Okay.
And, yeah, let's go ahead and crack this guy with a skull.
Not his dome. He needs that dome.
Yep. Well, not anymore, he doesn't. The 27?
27 hits.
25. Yeah. 26, but academic. 6 damage.
For 6 damage? Okay.
Yeah, and then another hit. Just for crazy cuz. How does 15 do?
15 also hits.
8 damage.
Nice. That one is looking pretty bad. Moving or staying put?
I'm going to stay put right there.
Mahogany, you're up.
Alright. And I'm going to try speaking to the Naga, and I'm going to say, were these people holding you captive? Is that what was going on here? I'm going to stand up.
You're asking if they were holding you holding it captive?
Yeah.
And it says, in response, I'm grateful for your fortuitous arrival. It's speaking in snake. In the language of the snake. Like the beast snake, because you still have that spell up.
Yep.
I'm grateful for your fortuitous arrival. Show these monsters no quarter. That's its response. And hearing the Naga say that, this one back here pees a little. So what does Mahogany do?
I'm gonna walk over this way. And while I'm doing so, I'm gonna say, is there no way that we could let them go back to their plane where they couldn't harm us any longer?
Any more speech is going to take up an action. You said something and you got a response. That was your action is conversing? Okay.
Yeah.
Then you will get a response on the Naga's turn. That comes around to... So Mahogany is trying to show mercy to these last living snake arms.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Okay, Riot, you're up.
Riot forms up on Ariella. Says, "What do you want? What do you want us to do?"
And she points at the one over here begging for its life and says, "End it."
All right. Well, not going to end anything with that roll.
Okay.
It's alright, like, tries to produce a flame, but it just kind of, like, fizzles out in her hand.
Mount Celestia finds your magic very delicious indeed. It's going to bring us to the butterflies.
Hey, butterflies.
What do these butterflies do?
The butterflies, I haven't given them any more commands, so I imagine they're going to just keep binding this guy.
Okay. Well, let's...
And I mean, he's already binded, so...
Well, I think it lasts probably last until the end of their turn. So.
Well,
Yeah, they'll probably just be doing it.
He repeated his save, but he failed. So they're just going to continue to harass him. He can't be super blinded.
Yeah.
He is double blind.
That's the way I read the spell anyway. Unless I change the command, they're just going to keep doing it.
Well, the way the spell reads is if you don't issue them a command, they'll just like to preserve their own life. They'll just defend themselves, like Asimov's 3 laws of summon monsters. The Naga just rolled a 20, which is bad news for LC Clone because the Naga decided she's a bad guy now. No, not at all.
That's not happy.
Aw. I do not want to roll 20 d8s. All right, let's start adding it all up.
We'll take your word for it that it's hot.
That is a lot of numbers.
It's a lot of numbers.
I want to roll 20 d8.
Then
Roll
you need
them all off the table.
you need to be a Naga and roll a crit on your poison bite.
Well, what we should do is you take this D8 and just empty it out. Just dump it on the table. Like,
This is
like Serenity
RPG.
Yeah, like Firefly RPG.
All right. Jeez, I feel like I'm playing 7th Sea and rolling a giant dice pool. 104 damage.
Oh my god. I'm glad this dog is on our side.
For now, anyway.
You know whose side that Naga's not on is this jabroni here. He's gone.
Whoa, glad she's on our side.
And then she turns her attention to the last one along the wall. Kelian, you're up. Can you end it right here, Kelian? Can you do it? Can you be the guy?
Probably not. Or
Oh, you're blinded. You moved into the butterflies.
6. Cunning action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stupid die. Get out of the way. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna hit that guy.
You don't have any way to get sneak attack damage, but
I don't.
please feel free to shoot him.
Okay.
He's staring you right in the face as you draw your bow.
That is a 23 damage.
23?
Or 23 to hit, sorry.
23 to hit. That definitely hits.
Yeah. For 11 damage.
All right. And as he's begging for his life, you put a crossbow bolt in his body. And he doubles forward in pain and begins groaning and bleeding out of the wound. This guy is looking pretty rancid at this point.
Aww.
Serenity, you're up.
Serenity's gonna eat 2 good berries.
Okay.
Can I eat them both as one action, or?
You cannot.
No, it's one action
Okay.
per
Well, I will
good
eat
berry.
a good berry.
You can eat them both, but you only gain the effects of one.
Sure. And she'll kind of make her way over here, leaning heavily against this pillar.
Okay.
That's the downside of good berry.
That's going to bring us to the snake arms. Let's make a morale check for snake arms here. You guys remember morale checks? I love morale checks.
Yeah.
When he sees that he's being offered no quarter, he sees the Naga again poised to strike. He sees Ariella hefting her axe and shield and starting to march towards him. He sees Kelian lowering his crossbow to get another, or to take another shot. And he stands resolute. Tell you what. Because Riot doesn't like making decisions, I'll let Kelian pick. Do you like gray or blue best? What color? Kelian.
Is Kelian mute?
He might be muted.
Sorry, what?
Pick a color,
Gray
gray
or
or blue.
Gray.
Gray. That's good for Kelian, but bad for Riot. He charges back into the fight. Riot, what's your AC?
13, I'm pretty sure.
2 hits. How's your HP looking right now? Are you wounded?
Yeah, I'm at 12.
You're at 12? Let's see if we can knock out the Tiefling. Okay, the first hit is 6 piercing and 12 poison, so that knocks you out.
Okay.
And the second hit gives you a death save.
Yep.
Failed death save. So Riot is... And in your unconscious dream state, you are free from the crushing orders of Ariella the Dwarf. It's going to bring us to the Thula party. Ariella doesn't have any way to heal you, unfortunately.
Yeah, remember when I offered her good berries and she snotty turned me down?
She's going to disengage and drag Riot away from the fight. Maddox steps into place. Miss. Hit. Oh, he doesn't get the second hit because the first one missed. So never mind. And he's out of key points. So he throws a limp-wristed punch and gets nothing.
Is that the what is that? His extra attack?
He has two different ways to use his bonus action. If his first attack hits, he can use his bonus attack to take a follow-up. Or if he doesn't take the follow-up, he can use a bonus attack for flurry of blows. So it's just the standard monk stuff.
See, yeah, I know, but that's not how it works. He doesn't have to hit with the first one to get the second attack. He just has to use the attack action to get an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
That's not how I've been
But
reading it for him.
I'm reading it right now. It's literally what it says. When you take the attack action, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action.
All right, let's do 4 points of damage then.
Nick just wants the NPCs to get all the kills.
Yeah.
Since Nick's going to be a crybaby about it. He's not even
If
playing
I
a
can't
monk
get
in this.
anything, there is any of my allies.
The barrier's been rolling like crap all night. 2 shots from the ranger, 1 hits. For the shittiest damage imaginable. None of these Thula Party jokers can stack up to what you guys can do. I made sure of that. Except for, I think, Osos. I think Osos is the only one that matches your guys' class levels.
I don't know, one of them took me out, and none of these people have managed that.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't a class feature. Zilvir has a powerful magic item. That's going to do it for the Thula Party. El Ciclon.
All right.
1 snake arm remains. Can you be the guy? He's got almost no hit points.
Not going to be the guy because El Ciclone sees Riot getting dragged off unconscious, so I'm going to burn a side point and haul my ass away the hell over here. It's 55 feet of movement.
Okay.
Casting a spell. It goes off. Spare the dying. Riot is...
Okay.
Cool.
So putting that,
Second good berry.
putting all that monk movement to work, playing field medic. I like it.
Yep.
It's heroic.
So that's going to bring us to Mahogany. Mahogany, can you be the guy? Can you do it? Can you put an end to this?
I vocally offered this guy several outs, and he responded by taking out the bard.
Right.
So I'm gonna be the guy.
You're going to be the
Be the
guy.
guy.
Can you do it? You got. I mean,
I'm gonna-
he's hurt, but they had a lot of hit points. So him being hurt, you still got to roll good on this damage if you want to take him out right
Oh,
now.
I don't do that much damage.
Right.
Because remember, I'm not in bear form.
Right.
But I
wanna
am
be
going
the guy.
You're rolling your token.
You're
If I get a green, it's an auto crit.
Oh, you crit anyway.
You
Or was
just
that-
put you just put
Oh,
down
you're
that
just
20
setting
over.
dice then. Okay.
Because first I need to roll for my my bonus act. My what's it called? Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Mm-hmm. And it's good.
All right, that goes. I mean, I'll take that 20 if you want to give it to me.
You can take that 18
That's
though.
18.
And how much damage? You are not the guy.
He goes,
Nodal.
he goes like Tella.
I'll do. It'll still do 4 damage.
Nodal, that was not what we needed to see from you. We're all disappointed.
Listen,
He is the hero we deserve, not the hero that we need.
Riot, roll a death save.
I'm stable.
Nope.
You are, but if you roll a
Stabilize.
20, you gain a hit point.
That is true.
I mean, if you don't want to take the 1 in 20 chance, that's up to you.
Nope.
Good thing you're stable, though.
Yeah.
Butterflies. Butterflies have 50 foot of fly movement.
the butterflies are going to go take that guy out. The butterflies will
No.
be the butter guys.
Do you instruct them to attack, or do you instruct them to harass?
I instruct them to attack.
To attack. All right. Here we go. Miss.
It's fine. They're very pretty when they...
Can I just pause for a second and ask, how insane would everybody have gone if the butterflies dropped the last one? If they got...
let me roll for them. I want to drop them.
Looks like the Naga's probably going to be the guy.
Aww. PC killing the enemy. I love
Yep,
it.
the Naga's going to be the guy.
I don't know, he needs to roll +2 because he needs to dodge those butterflies.
That's true. I factored that in and the Naga still hits. Listen, this is the part of the game where my Mary Sue NPC mops up the battle for you guys. And that's more than enough damage right there.
That I heard that was a lot.
With a last swift strike, the Naga dashes forth and puts an end to this one here. And as you all are getting a better look now, you see the Naga's body. She's badly wounded. She's cut up from scimitar attacks. She's littered with arrows all up and down her form, as though she's already put up a really good fight against these snake men down here. But she takes out the last one. On a scale of 1 to 10, just real quick, how is everybody's health status? I want to know how I did this
10.
fight.
10?
I've got a...
Well, I'm
I'm
down.
at 8. You know I'm at 8.
Right.
You're about to not be down when I shove a gooseberry in.
Serenity's at like a
7.
two or 3. Okay. All
I'm
right.
at 7.
Ciclon's at
Kelian
14.
is full health. Like a good
I'm
rogue.
about to burn some spell slots healing people, so everyone in mind what HP they...
Okay. And as the last one falls, Ariella and Banyan let out a victory cry. And immediately after hearing the victory cry, you hear Osos and Kitson, the young squire from upstairs. Cheers go up for them as well. Zilvir just kind of dejectedly leans forward on her staff and does not join the cry.
So here's the word.
And the Naga...
Only dual party member I hate.
The Naga coils back down, resting her head on her body. So what happens next in the room? You guys set to rights, healing up and whatnot?
Yeah, I've got 15 of that. Or 16 of that.
Okay, so you're going to heal Riot?
I'll take 16. That sounds like a good.
Can I? Yeah. Yeah. Can
No
I
one
have
else.
Give it to the Naga.
Oh.
And as
So,
the last
that's
one
16
falls...
for me, 16 for you. The Naga and Riot can each have 14 hit
Okay.
points.
How much
Okay.
you got left then?
I'm out. I mean, I can do one more spell.
That's fine. No worries.
I'll give
The-
you good berry.
The fallen bodies in the room of the snake men's, the flames of the tower begin to consume them. And after a few moments, Osos and Kitson come climbing over the rocks. And Kitson looks extremely excited to be looking at the remains of the battlefield. Osos also seems very jovial. Ariella mostly seems relieved.
Right.
You
Ask
alright?
Ariella. What now?
And Ariella, with a broad smile, says, "The day is won. Now we rest."
In the language of lies, I'm going to ask my butterflies what they're capable of.
These particular butterflies, these are shining butterflies from Arcadia. And their attack is -1 to hit. They
Right?
deal 1 damage.
Okay.
But as an action, they can attempt to blind one creature in their space.
And I'm going to say, great job with the fight back there. Thanks for your help.
If the swarm is bloodied, which means if half the swarm has been killed, they can no longer use the blind feature. So they become kind of useless at that point.
Okay.
Now, just for your own edification, these monsters that you're summoning that we're kind of inventing along the way, these are all valid wild change.
So targets. I could turn into a swarm of butterflies?
You could turn into a single butterfly of this effect, which means you would not have their ability. But you could turn into a shining silvery butterfly, which I know you will do at some point.
Because I can't fly.
Oh, that's right. So never mind.
So you'd turn into a butterfly and just collapse on the ground?
Yeah, I turned into a walking butterfly.
So here's what you guys learn as you're camping out in this room for a moment, licking your wounds and kind of coming down off the battle. The Naga, her name is Marinoshka, and Marinoshka offers great gratitude to all of you for coming to her rescue. She put up as much of a fight as she could and killed a great many of these invaders, their bodies having been consumed by the flames of the tower before you arrive. But she had run her entire well of spell charges dry, had tapped all of her magical ability against these creatures, and had suffered grievous injury, and then in the last effort to save herself, put up that stasis field. And she knew that the stasis fields, eventually they would find a way through it. But before the Yuan-Ti could gain mastery of the tower, Zilvir managed to erect the force fields, trapping half of the force in the upper levels and half in the basement. And after that, the Thula party managed to mop up most of what was left, leaving only the stragglers behind for you guys to face. So Marinoshka, with no uncertainty, credits the lot of you with her survival. Without you guys, they would have found a way through that stasis field, and their ritual to complete the transmogrification from one of them into what she calls an abomination of the Yuan-Ti would have been more than a match for her in her weakened state.
Well,
and she converses at great length with Ariella about the artifact that the Naga is protecting. Does anybody interject anything, any ideas or opinions about this artifact while they're conversing?
Riot asked Ariella what she thinks should be done with it.
Ariella says, and with some prodding from Maddox, because the dwarf does not have a very good understanding of how portals work. But with some information from Maddox and putting her trust in him, she says the best thing that we can do is to leave the relic here to be guarded by the Naga, and the portal that opens to Sigil that they all used to come here, that the Yuan-Ti discovered, she says that her companions back on Thula have garrisoned the area. A dwarven army has taken that area, that territory from the Yuan-Ti, and are fortifying it. So she says they can protect the portal from that end. She says if they leave the staff here, that she's pretty confident it will be safe.
What does the staff do?
Are you asking Ariella or are you asking Marinoshka?
I'm asking Arinoshka. She seems way more purple.
And she gives very cryptic answers. Do you still have your speak with animals up?
For 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, probably at this point?
She answers you in Snake, and the way she answers you, there are words in the Snake language that describe what this staff does that don't exist in common. But you can tell she's still being evasive with her answer. So you don't get a full understanding of the staff's abilities, outside of you can use it to control snakes, and that it has a very strong tie to snake-like beings.
Mahogany is very much enjoying this explanation, because he is in the bottom of a magic fortress talking to a giant magical snake who is speaking riddles.
Marinoshka then tells you that after another 7 years, when her sleep is over in this tower, the staff will become inaccessible to the Yuan-Ti. So after 7 more years, they will have no more access to it.
Is there anyone we should let know come garrison this place?
And she says that she and the other guardians of the Tower of Fire will not reject any aid that you offer.
Raise an eyebrow. Raise an eyebrow. Oh, well, I can't hear that.
She tells Mahogany. Well, she's speaking in common when she answers this question.
Oh, okay.
She says any garrison
Riot's
that you
gonna
send.
ask.
She says any garrison that you send to this place, so long as they do not bring violence, will be met with hospitality and gratitude.
Right, ask Ariella, should we erect the force walls on our way up?
And Ariella
seal everything down here.
She defers to Zilvir on that question, and Zilvir says it will take some time, but that she will do it. Actually, she indicates that Riot would probably have a better chance of doing it than she does.
Is that something you want me to do?
You're asking Ariella?
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, Ariella says after we've regained our breath, we'll see to it. Is there anything else anybody's looking to accomplish in the Tower of Fire?
No.
I don't think so.
Not really. No, I can't think of anything.
Nobody wants to go throw themselves
Does she know the way to the Temple of Bahamut?
She does indeed.
Should we ask the people at the temple to send a few people here?
Well, she gives you instructions. She says, no boat can reach the Tower of Fire. No boat can touch its dock. But there is a ship that comes within eyeshot of the tower, within swimming distance, called Yatara's Seneschal. This ship, along its route, can carry you to Heart's Faith, which is the largest port city on the Silvery Sea. And from there, she gives you instructions on how to climb from Heart's Faith to the Temple of Bahamut.
What should we do if we can't swim in that ocean?
Repent.
Kelian rolls his eyes.
And how should I do that?
And Marinoshka kind of looks at you inquisitively. And an understanding flashes over her face. As she says, I see. You have sat upon the altar and been found unworthy. She's asking you.
And I look at Ariella, so should I answer her?
Ariella crosses her arms and says, you should always answer with respect to your betters. And it's clear that Ariella considers this Naga to be her better.
And then Riot turns and nods to the Naga. Yes, I did.
The Naga coils back down, and after a moment erects a tower of gilded flame that is opaque. You can't see through it, and it's giving off great heat. It reminds you of the flames in the walls in the altar rooms on the levels above. And she instructs you to enter the fire.
I'll look at Ariella and say, should I enter the fire?
And Ariella nods.
Alright, then Riot will do that.
Here we go.
Riot, you are burned severely to 1 hit point.
Okay.
And gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
but the effects of the altar are burned away from you.
Nice.
And after a few moments,
What terrible thing happens in their place?
nothing terrible happens in its place except for the damage and the exhaustion.
All right.
And after a few moments, Riot, coughing, crawls her way back out of the fire, unburnt, but clearly exhausted.
You alright?
Way better than I was before.
And at that, the gold
Kelian-
flames diminish.
Kelian crosses his arms, very pressed.
Offer her his last good.
Yeah, I'll pop that last one.
Okay, 2 hit points.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give him a good berry too. I have one left.
Awesome. Now I'm up to 5.
Kelian is 4.
It's fine.
So the Seneschal makes its voyage, makes its circuit, about once every 7 or 8 days. And the Thula party confirms seeing it off in the distance, seeing the light of it, shortly after their arrival about 6 days ago. So you guys have about a full day inside the tower before the ship comes back around. Maddox, and Zilvir doesn't like to hear this either, but Maddox says to Riot, having voiced her anxiousness about going back into the waters, saying that the plane will burn you, but it will not consume you. And he says this kind of with a bit of guilt, actually, and pity.
And Riot Strike says that's fair.
So what happens over the course of the next day? Are you guys going to take a rest, or are you going to play around with the tower some more?
I imagine we're going to do both.
Riot continues to not do anything without asking Ariel if it's okay.
Okay.
So,
I'll probably spend my time talking to the giant Naga downstairs, finding out what its story is.
where exactly is this artifact? Did we establish where?
You
it
have
is?
not seen it.
But it is in the tower.
Are you asking somebody?
Yeah, Kelian will ask the Naga. Why not?
And when asked,
Well, through Mahogany. I
she
guess.
uncoils her body from the circle, and you see the staff resting within the coils of this giant snake being. She's literally physically protecting it.
Well, okay then.
Were you going to steal it, Kelian?
No, I'm not saying that. It might just be cool to command a snake.
Okay, everybody can go ahead and take the benefits of the long rests, unless you're going to exert
right.
yourself, which I don't imagine anybody will. So roll hit dice if you need it. We're going to take a 10-minute break at that juncture and
This is
reconvene.
my saving throw.
Yes, go ahead and... Well, actually, before you make that saving throw, I'll give you the option to walk into the fire like Riot did.
I made it.
Okay. I forgot you
that
still
should
had
be
that.
the last 5 points, right?
Yes. So you have it all back. Let's take a 10-minute break, guys.
Emily
Let's
prefers to do it herself.
reconvene at 4:32. How about everybody get some snaglins, make yourself some coffee, and let's get to the role-playing aspect of this session.
Nice.
BRB.
Yep, burb.